Seven Lamb Productions presents Chair of Swords. Episode 3, The Roof.
King Phillips! King Phillips, I have urgent news!
Whoa there, young man. Where do you think you are heading?
To see the king.
No one sees the king unless the king wants to be seen.
But I want to see the king.
But the king does not want to see anyone.
Even me?
Who are you?
I am young Unga, a peasant boy who wishes to see the king.
But as I have said, the king wishes to see no one.
Have you asked the king?
There is no need. If the king wants to see someone, he will do just that.
But what if someone wants to see the king, even though he does not want to be seen?
Then they must wait until the king wishes to see them.
What if the king does not know one exists?
Then one will never see the king.
But I have urgent news.
I shall hear this urgent news and deem whether it's worthy to reach the king's ears.
I and a friend were out bow hunting for redbirds and quail, but by accident shot a messenger crow. We read the message meant for King Phillips, and it says that King Leotard is dead.
Oh my, what news! We must inform the king.
But sadly, we cannot.
Why not?
The king does not wish to see anyone. You have said so yourself.
But
we may only see the king if he wishes to see us.
I did say such words.
Whatever shall we do?
I believe we must sit here and wait until the king wishes to see someone.
And that is exactly what the two idiots did. The soldier and young Unger sat in the hall hoping that at any moment the king may pass and wish to see someone. But he did not do that. For 8 hours the two sat in the hall and waited. Finally, late at night, the king got up from his slumber and headed for the nearest bathroom. He walked down the hall and stumbled over a sleeping Unger.
Ow, I say!
What? For what is this silliness? A young boy sleeping with a soldier in the middle of my hall?
Oh, I know what you're thinking. King Phillips and I sound very similar. Well, I can assure you, we are completely different people.
Oh no, your majesty. I was not sleeping with the boy, merely next to him.
Were there misdeeds?
Heavens, no.
If you fancy young boys, I may have you hanged.
I fancy no such boys.
But you do fancy boys?
No!
Ha! I'm just making fool. Calm your suit armor, soldier. But now I do wish to know why a soldier and a young boy are sleeping in my hall.
We knew you did not wish to see anyone, so we were waiting until you did. The young boy has urgent news.
Urgent news? By all means, tell me, lad, and do it quickly, for I might piss my robe if I wait a minute longer.
I shot a messenger crow by accident. Here is the message.
I cannot read in such darkness. Tell me what it says, young one.
I do not know how to word this. It says, King Leotard, he has departed.
For where has he gone?
No, your majesty, he is in his eternal slumber.
Is he that tired?
No, he is cold.
Where is his fur coat?
No, he is stiff.
Ah, so he's tried those pills I've given him. You should send for someone if the effect lasts for more than 4 hours.
No, sir, he is late.
For what?
He has checked out.
From which room?
He is bloodless.
Leeches?
He is breathless.
Was he jogging?
No, he is buried.
In work?
He has bought the farm.
Well, it's about time. He's wanted that farm for years.
King Phillips, what the boy is trying to say is that King Leotard is dead.
Oh. Oh my, this is horrible news. Horrible news indeed. Let me release my bladder and I'll think upon this horrible news.
King Phillips went to the bathroom. That's right. That's a toilet sound effect.
Do you know what this means, Adeline?
King Phillips had returned to the room and awoke his lady, Queen Adeline. Adeline was smart, beautiful, and thin, while the king was fat, dumb, and goofy. You could compare them to a regular CBS sitcom couple, but alas, this is no CBS sitcom. This podcast actually has jokes. Ba-dum-bump.
I do know what this means. It means it's your time.
For what?
To claim the throne.
I think you mean chair.
Yes, chair. The chair of swords could be yours.
I do not wish for it.
You would rather stay here?
We have good lives here.
Henry, this chair could be yours. Do you wish for another, more ruthless leader like that of Garaneth?
We do not know that another Garaneth could win the chair. We could have a leader like Ansel.
Ansel is a sissy and would never win the throne. This is your time.
I do not wish to fight for it. I have more important matters to tend to, my sweet.
The roof.
Yes, the roof.
But that is such a dumb idea.
It is not. We must build a roof over the entire village and castle, for we may burn to a crisp like those black fellows from Orwood.
The black fellows that the king is referring to were a couple of travelers from Orwood. They happened to have very dark skin, darker than the king was used to. For some reason, seeing this frightened the king, and this is the part of the story that may become uncomfortably racist. But let's see.
Building a roof will do nothing, Henry.
Adeline, those men were black, burnt. Summer is coming.
Summer comes every year, Henry. This one is no different.
That is not true. This one is hotter. I heard the chemist talking to a few townsfolk the other day, and he mentioned a warming of global proportion. This must be what he was referring to.
Orwood is mostly desert. The people there look different, but they are still people. They just have different colored skin. They have darker skin, we have lighter skin.
Yes, but their darker skin comes from a brighter sun.
Yes, in the desert.
Which means they're burning like toast.
No, it is a pigmentation in the skin.
What is this pigmentation you speak of?
Must we do this so late at night?
I do not understand such folly. I'm protecting these lands. Building a huge roof will protect us from such harsh sun ray. Everyone will be protected by it. This is why I will not fight for the chair. The sun will claim all others and burn them just like the fellows from Orwood.
No one will become dark like that anytime soon. The worst the rays will do is make our skin red.
And it will hurt. I've had such a burn. Those fellows from Orwood must be in such pain. Lord help them.
But they are not. That is just how they look.
You are saying they were born this way?
That is exactly what I'm saying, Henry.
But they look so much different than us.
Do they? The skin color is the only difference. You would have more color to your skin if you left the castle walls more than twice a month. You're as white as a sheet.
Did you just curse at me?
I said sheet.
Oh, I heard what you said. Enough with the foul language.
I'm going back to our bed. Forget about the roof. It will do no good except make you whiter and certainly more ignorant. It does not hurt to traverse past the castle walls from time to time.
I would rather stick with my thoughts here.
I do not doubt that. Now come to bed, Henry.
I think I shall take a walk and collect my thoughts.
Are you going to talk to your prisoner friend?
No.
He is a prisoner, not a friend, Henry.
I'm going for a stroll about the castle gates. Maybe I'll finally traverse past the castle walls. That is all.
Whew! That almost got too dark, no pun intended. Actually, you know what? Let's intend that pun. It was worth it. I know what you're thinking. Political views sprinkled in a silly podcast story. That's right. King Phillips was still very much worried for the approaching summer and did not believe Queen Adeline when it came to the Orwood travelers. So he took to the cells below the castle to talk to one person he did trust, but also sent to those horrible chambers. Bogarto, are you awake? Humphrey Bogarto was arrested for stealing a potato in the king's garden, so naturally something as serious as thievery sent him to the dungeon for 100 years, although he could get 95 for good behavior. Are you awake? I must speak to you. Humphrey Bogarto was a tall, thin-framed man, with a large mustache and curly black beard. His hands were bound in cuffs above his head, and he sat in a dirty mess below him. The dungeon reeked. Rats ran rampant, and there was but little torchlight to allow for sight.
I'm awake now.
Good, good. I must talk.
Let me guess. You have some ignorant views that the Queen has pointed out to you? And rather you do research or expand your mind, you have decided to come down here to talk to me in the hopes that I will back your ignorant thoughts and in turn prove you right.
Humphrey, stop your blathering and let the king talk now.
Of course.
You're a smart man. Not entirely smart since you were caught for stealing a potato. You very much knew that this thievery would cost you 100 to life. You're very lucky you're only convicted for 100 years.
Which is my life.
You do not think you will live to the ripe old age of 110?
No. I eat stale bread and sit in rat piss daily. The fact that I'm still breathing has come as quite a shock to most.
Even me.
I'm aware.
I want to discuss my plans for the roof I'm building.
The roof? The roof. Was the roof on fire?
No.
What roof do you speak of?
A roof I've started to erect in the village. Shall expand all the way over the castle and then some.
For what will this accomplish?
I will not burn like the blackfellows from Orwood.
The desert land?
Yes,
Why do you think you will look like them?
because the chemist said the sun was burning brighter. The men were burnt to a crisp.
Did they say they were hurting?
There was no need. I could see it with my own eyes.
Were they crying for help?
No, they were selling jars from their wagon.
Your Majesty, they are black because this is the color of their skin. Like white is the color of yours. It is the pigmentation.
Again with this pigmentation?
You're just not accustomed to seeing people different than yourself. They're black fellas. You're a white one. That is all.
So they are not burning.
No,
The sun is not hotter.
I am not sure. I have not seen the sun in many a year. The fellows from Orwood have developed a skin tone to help them cope with the environment in which they live. The skin color has developed over years and years and years. Just like you, with your white skin, which has developed due to the fact that you and your ancestors do not leave the castle walls ever. This is why your skin is fair.
So they are just people like myself.
That is for certain.
The hell you say?
They may look different, but they are people just like you and I. I am sure your wife told you much the same.
Yes. Adeline says things, I pretend to listen. So, I should not build a roof.
I believe it to be a waste of resources.
Well, I've already ordered a bit of wood.
Well, use it for another reason, not your racist one.
I do not know what this term racist means, but I for sure am not it.
As you say, sir.
King Phillips headed back upstairs and thought long and hard about what Humphrey had said.
Errand boy!
Yes, Your Majesty?
Wake Carter. He's to halt construction of the roof. The fellows from Orwood are just black people. There's no cause for alarm.
Yes, everyone knew that, sir. I believe the only one worried was you.
What?
Nothing, sir. What should I tell Mr. Carter to do with the wood?
Wake Carter. Tell him that all the wood for the roof will now be used to make arrows.
Why so many arrows, Your Majesty?
Much needed ammunition, for we are the bowmen of the country, and it is time we prepare ourselves for battle.
Battle, sir?
Yes, errand boy, who is getting on my nerves with all the questions. We're going to claim the chair of swords.
Chair of Swords, written by Robert M. Lamb. Edited by Robert M. Lamb, Amber Simpson, and Adam Jetmore. Starring Nick Engelhardt, Amy Luray, Jack Austin, Brian Messer, Ashley Cardesano, Amber Simpson, Robert M. Lamb, Alicia T., Brett Wilkins, Jose Caraballo, Jay Moron, Kaylin Boyd, Mike Lenhart, April Cadmus Marsh, Victor M., Ryan Grosjean, Seth York, Ryan Wiggs, John Lazabeth, Chris Cardizano, Caitlin Core, Ashley York, Hope Ennis, Brian Eames, and Arlene Toro. Music provided by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com and Soundsnap.com. Visit www.7lamb.com or www.blogtalkradio.com/7lamb for more fictional podcasts. And don't forget to rate and review on iTunes.
This has been a 7 Lamb production.